So this is the real big advantage. You've got the fact that they're small, they fit on the back of your monitor, you can change the color, you can change the brightness, make this a really good value for the money. I mean, you know, 60, 70 bucks or whatever these things cost for two of them versus, you know, a couple $100 for umbrella lights that take up a lot of space, and you can't change the color and you can't change the brightness. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty good deal. All right, folks, this company called HumanCentric sent me these video conferencing light bars, and they're meant to go on the back of your monitor like this. You know, everybody sees those round lights and they reflect off your eyeballs or glasses, and it's pretty obvious you're using one of those ring lights. But at any rate, I'm going to try these out and see what they do. I'll take some video of both using them and not using them. But let me show you my setup here. A little bit of look behind the scenes. So this is my studio, and I have all these umbrella lights and stuff in here. And I have you know, a tripod set up here for a camera, which I'm holding in my hand right now. That's why it's not there. And my microphone and all that kind of stuff is set up here. And excuse the mess, but I've got some lights, some short lights here that I set up on my chairs to provide light from the floor when I film in front of my green screen here, which is just a wall painted with green screen paint. And I have a little setup here that I use when I do my TikTok or shorts. I can put my phone in here. And normally when I do those, I just turn on my umbrella lights over here and do that. I do have a camera set up here. I'm a conspiracy theorist guy, so I usually cover my camera up when I'm not using it. But I have a camera there that I can also use. So I'm going to try these lights here, and I'm going to see if I put them on my monitors here, if I can get by without using these umbrella lights over here for just taking normal video. So let's unbox this and see what we got in here, and then hook them up and see what they look like. Alright, so let's start by seeing what's in this box. Looks like they got a QR code here for registering for your warranty, and a little advertising pamphlet here for more stuff that they sell. Instructions on setting up this this light bar, and then we got these two light bars here. Looks like they have a phono jack connection and a little clip-on springy thing here on the back, and then that all rotates around. Alright, so it looks like we got lots of different axes of articulation there. Same thing with the second one, although the second one has a phono jack and a male and a female, whereas the first light just has the male. And then we have this cable here. Let's see what the deal is with it. Alright, so it's got this plug here on the end. I'm not sure what the name of that type plug is. And then it has the female phono jack on this side. And then it looks like there is a whole series of adapters here. These look like little pads with adhesive on them. I'm not sure what those are for yet, but it's got an adapter here so that I can go from this plug to a USB port, which is really what I want to go from. So it's nice that they have that little adapter in there. And then there's a cable tie thing here, a Velcro cable tie with their name on it that I can use to tie up some of these cables if they're in my way. So I'm going to start hooking this up. Alright, so these little guys here, these are cable clips. So it's got adhesive on the back, and then that cable springs up, or this clip springs up, and I can put my cable in there again, I guess along the top of the monitor to keep my cables out of the way. Alright, so we're going to start by taking the male jack from the single one here, plugging it into the female phono jack connector here for the one that has two, and then plugging the male into the female for the one that then goes out through all this cable to the USB port. Now it looks like it has a little control thing here. I assume on, off, up and down. We'll check those out once we get this hooked up to the USB port. Alright, so I've mounted one of these on each side of my camera here, and you can see the clip I've articulated to where this edge right here grabs on the edge of my monitor, and then you can adjust the back spring here to adjust the angle of this. This also is on a hinge right here, so it moves, and I can adjust this up and down a couple different ways. So it really does articulate a lot of different ways. I can get almost any angle I want to on here. And then I've got the other one on this side of my camera, so I'll be using this camera here to test out the different settings. Alright, so you can see on the back I've got my clip here, I got my camera, and I got that second light over here. Here's my clip here. Everything's black. I don't know why audio-visual people make every stinking thing in the world black. Makes it really hard to see sometimes, especially if you don't have a lot of light. Alright, so we're going to take our wire here with our control on it and get this plugged into USB jack. Alright, so as it turns out, I've got all my USB ports here filled, but I've got this jack right here which looks a lot like this connector here if I take the USB jack off. So I'm gonna see if that fits in here, and indeed it does. So I'm glad we got different options there as far as connecting that up, because the USB port, I do not have an extra one in the back. So it might be kind of hard to see, but that adapter I've got is a USB-C to USB-A adapter. So you got some options there. Alright, so one thing that's nice is this cable here is just long enough to reach down to the bottom of my monitor, and if I push that on button, look at that, we got lights. And they go to different levels and different colors too. You see that color there is different than that color. It goes brighter. And the up-down arrows apparently dim the setting. So that's brightest there, and then this other button changes between the different colors, so I can dim and brighten the different colors of light and switch to different colors of light. So that's the dimmest for that setting, that's the brightest for that setting, and then that's the brightest for that setting to dimmest to that setting, and brightest. So I'm not sure exactly how many of these I've got. Let me see. So that one there is 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks to me like there's 6 different colors of lights. I'll confirm that with the manual here. So it looks like there's 6 different colors, and then you've got, with each setting, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different intensities for 6 different colors. So let me get my better reading glasses on and check with the owner's manual and see if that's right. Alright, so right there it tells us we got 6 different brightness settings with 5 different color temperature settings. So 5 different colors, each one has 6 different settings from dim to bright. Alright, so time to get some video from our camera here and see what our different settings look like. Alright, so this is just with my ceiling light on, my room light. And you can see that with that on, this side of my face is lit up better than this side because the light is over here. So, so I get this uneven lighting. Alright, so let's try it with the umbrella lights. Alright, so I've got my umbrella lights on. And obviously with these I get a lot better lighting. These are, you know, professional photography umbrella lights. And the only problem with these is that I've got 4 of them. You can easily spend $30 or more per umbrella light. And then, you know, the stands and everything else. So, you know, comparatively, you know, these HumanCentric lights are going to be a lot cheaper than trying to do this with the professional photography umbrella lights. Plus the umbrella lights take up a lot of room. Not only the floor space with the, you know, the tripods that they're set on, but when they're expanded out, the umbrellas, they take up a lot of room. So obviously I get good results with those, but expensive and take up a lot of space. So let's try the HumanCentric lights. Alright, so I'm back to just the room light on. I'm going to turn on the HumanCentric lights. And this is what I call the yellow setting. I'm going to leave my glasses on for this. One of the reasons for that is, you know, so that you can see what it looks like if you're wearing glasses. A lot of videos I see, people wear glasses and they got these ring lights. And to me it's annoying because I've got the circle I'm looking at. It draws my attention. And, you know, if it gets lined up on the eyeball right, it looks like the people got these big white irises or big white eyeballs. It just is annoying to me. These lights, they look more like just fluorescent lights in the background that people are used to seeing, and I don't think they're as distracting as the other lights. But at any rate, you can kind of see what kind of reflection we get. So this is what I call this is the most yellow color, and I'm going to go through the colors in each of the settings, the brightnesses, so that you can see it. So this is the brightest, and then we'll go down through the 6 settings. So this is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we'll go to the next color. This is a little bit more bluish, and so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you can see at 6 is really pretty bright. It's bright for me to look into. Now I will tell you that if you scoot back a little bit, obviously the brightness looks a little bit better. And depending on your camera, this brightness here washed out one of my other cameras really bad, so I had to switch cameras for this video, because it was just so bright it was hard to see anything. But if I backed up, it worked really good. So having the ability to increase or decrease the brightness is going to be a big advantage when it comes to getting your lighting right, based off of what camera you're using and based off how far you are from the lights. Okay, so let's go to the next color, and this is the brightest setting for this one. This one's a little bluish to my eyeball, and so we got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and I'm just going to turn this on and off again real quick for you. You can see that's off and that's on. And let's go to the next color. This is a little bluish also. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that should be it. I should be back to yellow. Alright, so there you go. Again, the different color settings, I can't do that with my umbrella lights. I'll tell you right now. I'd have to change my light bulbs, which, you know, it would get real expensive too. So being able to change your colors and I can't change the brightness of my umbrella lights either. I'd have to either get closer or further away if I want to change the amount of brightness. So this is the real big advantage. You've got the fact that they're small, they fit on the back of your monitor, you can change the color, you can change the the brightness, make this a really good value for the money. I mean, you know, 60, 70 bucks or whatever these things cost for 2 of them versus, you know, a couple $100 for umbrella lights that take up a lot of space, and you can't change the color and you can't change the brightness. So overall, I'd say it's a pretty good deal.